If you want to create individual overdue notices to send home or to a child, you need to log into Destiny, get to Destiny Classic, and come over to the reports section. That would be a patron report because we are sending a report based on a patron status, and return to current checkouts and fines. Again, these reports at the top are saved reports that I have used in the past and use over and over again. So when I actually create a certain report, I save it so that I don't have to go through the steps that we're going to go through right now. So I'm looking to create overdue notices to send to students or to their parents. So I want overdue materials. I am not going to include fines or computer equipment that would be indicated in the resource section. And I want to change the format to notices. There are 3 different languages available. I have only used the English, and I am going to click continue. Again, I'm going to uncheck resources because I'm not interested in getting notices for their computer equipment. And I'm not looking for patrons of other sites. And I can uncheck or leave checked any of my patrons that might have items that belong to different schools. I usually leave it because if I collect those materials, I can send them back to their former school. And then click continue. The details page is going to ask how I want this information sorted. So I could sort it by patron name or homeroom if I'm going to put them out by homerooms, but I'm going to leave it by patron name. And then is it internal or mailed? Mailing will include an address. And then 1 page, 2 or 4 per page. I usually leave it at 1 so that I can just print it and send it off. Dear, it's going to put the person's name. And then this message is automatically generated by Follett. You can customize that by changing the text that's in that box, or you could change it and add to the parent or guardian of. The cover image sometimes helps students remember what the book looks like. I always include the price. You don't have to include the phone number if you're just putting these internally in mailboxes. And then again, as I said, you can save the setup because it would appear in that list when I first started looking at patron reports if I'm going to run this frequently, or you can go ahead and click run notices. Once you get to the job manager, you need to wait for the status to change from in progress to completed. And once it does, you can click on the view button. I'm going to click on this view because I just ran it a minute ago. And this is what it looks like. So it's got my school and the date that I'm running it. And I did not put that I was mailing it. So there's no address listed here, but it lets the student know that the items listed on this page are what's missing from the library. So the student's name, when it was due, what the book looks like, and what the cost is. And that's how you can create overdue notices to send to individual students or home to parents.